Yo! Yo! Sidemen, and welcome to Woody's World. Today we're going to attempt to recreate Sidemen style thumbnails. You notice that a lot of the Sidemen thumbnails are really vibrant and they stand out. If you're scrolling through YouTube, you will come across their videos and you will visually, your eyes will be drawn towards their thumbnails because of the way they stand out. Today we're going to try and recreate the styles of the Sidemen thumbnails, so you then get a chance to make your thumbnails stand out a little bit more. And what I use to make 99% of my content is my trusty iPad Pro. Right, let's jump onto the Sidemen YouTube channel and take a look at their thumbnails. You'll notice straight off the bat how bright and vibrant the channel is. And if you look, shocked faces everywhere, hands in front of the face, bright colours. You'll notice if there's sky in the background, the sky is always bumped up, so it's bright blue, the clouding and stuff like that, so it's a really cartoony style, really saturated. So what we need, I think, to get going is a shocked face photo. So let's have a little photo shoot. Right, photo shoot done. Now let's head into the software I use. I've already deleted the background off my picture, and the software I'm using is called Procreate on the iPad Pro, and I use my Apple Pencil to delete all the background, just literally draw around it, and it's really easy. Obviously people use Photoshop and stuff like that if they're on PC, which is fair enough, but for me, the iPad, because I'm a tattooist, the iPad is so easy, I'm so used to it now. So there we go. We've got the shocked face, but we need a title for the video. Obviously I'm creating this video with no video to create it for, so we need to make something up. How about KSI blocks me on Twitter or something like that? We'll try that. We'll go with that one. So we need a picture of KSI. If you wanted a picture of someone like this, you can either go on Google, search the name, blah blah blah, or go onto the YouTube. You always find a screenshot that you can take from the YouTube. So what I've done is I've literally just found a picture where he's looking quite upset off one of his recent YouTube videos, and what I'm going to do is delete the background. So there's my picture of KSI. I've positioned it where I think it'll look good, and what we need to do now again is delete the background like I did with mine. So I just use my Apple Pencil and the rubber tool to literally draw around it. You don't have to be mega neat with this, but if you've got quite a steady hand, it works. Obviously, if you're on a phone or something like that, you're never going to get it as smooth as with the Apple Pencil, but it still works just using your finger. It might take a little bit longer. I can literally throw a thumbnail up in minutes usually, but obviously if it's a big video and a good video, you want the video to match the thumbnail, so the thumbnail's got to be good as well. And again, a lot of people get views from the title of thumbnail alone. So you could have the worst content on YouTube, but if your thumbnails and titles are good, you're going to get views. They might not subscribe, but you're going to get a few clicks, I can guarantee that. Right, that is the background deleted. So now we need a background. Obviously the title we're going to use is something like KSI blocked me on Twitter. So we need maybe a no entry sign over my face, could be one. Let's have a look. Shall we go with... stormy weather, because he blocked me on Instagram. So I'll have a look at that. See, this one with lightning here may work. So if we do this, just save the picture off Google, insert the photo, we've inserted it there, drag it underneath so it's the bottom layer, so it's in the background. position it however you want to position it. Oh no. And then what I usually do is add a little bit of a blur to it. So there you go. And another thing that people do is they put a bit of it's called a stroke around the outside of the people, just to make it stand out a bit more. So we'll do that now. What I usually do, I do it with the luminance tool on here, called a light pen. We'll do it in like a really baby blue. Basically the same as erasing the background. Literally just draw round the outline of the person. With the brush I'm using, you don't need to be mega tidy because of what it is, and the brush, it gives it a nice glow effect. So we can literally go around it all. And there you have it. Starting to take a bit of shape now. And now we need some details to tell the story. So Twitter, we said we're going to say these block me on Twitter. So if we get the Twitter logo as a PNG with no background, so straight onto Google, Twitter logo PNG, and that should be it. There we go, we've got the Twitter logo, add to photos, and then here we go, insert the photo, boom, we've got the Twitter logo there. And what we're going to do, I think with this one, put it on the top, just about there. Right, we're taking a bit more shape now. Done a bit with the background, put a few more Twitter logos in there, and now I'm going to add the no entry. And that I'm going to throw on top of the Twitter logo. So there we have it. We're looking quite good now, we're looking quite good. I'll make this just a tiny bit smaller. Right, we're getting there. We're getting somewhere now. We're getting somewhere. You can go crazy with thumbnails, and you can make them as detailed as you wanted to. And the title and thumbnail is the biggest part of your video. If people aren't drawn by your title or thumbnail, they're not going to click on your video. So you need something that stands out. Like I said, depending on the style of videos that you're doing, if you're doing techie, infomercial style videos, you don't need them as crazy and as vibrant, you just need them nice, crisp and clean. But we're going for the Sidemen-esque kind of look today, so we're going a bit all out. Right, so KSI's blocked me on Twitter, so what we need to do, we need to try and make KSI look a little bit angrier. So now, we can add a layer on top of his face, and what makes people angry? They turn a bit red, don't they? So we'll colour him in, we'll give him a bit of, oh, there we go, getting some nice rosy cheeks on him now. Oh, he's looking a bit angrier. Oh, look at this. Oh, red cheeks. He's fuming. Right. Is his eyes starting to water a little bit, I wonder. Let's see how that looks with a little bit of eye watering. It's not very straight, but right, yeah, you get the gist. I'm going to fast forward this and you can see how I'm doing it and what I'm doing. Right, I think we're getting somewhere now. I think that's about it now for this app that I use, which is Procreate. We now need to transfer this into my next app, to add the finishing touches. So we'll share that, save it to your iPad or phone or whatever you're doing. And the next app that I use is called KSI. There's a free version of it, but there's one that's like £30 a year, which I pay for because I use it all the time. So yeah, right, there we go. There's the basics. We're all in. It looks cool. It's starting to look a little bit Sidemen-like. I'm not going for an exact replica of the Sidemen thumbnail. I just want it to look kind of like a similar style because that's what works. And YouTube, you know it works. So we've got the Twitter logo, we've got the no entry over the top. What about in big bold writing the word blocked? So we've got the word. Just need to find a funky font now, just to give it that nice effect. With the premium one, you do get a hell of a lot of fonts and stuff like that, so you can have a play about with them. See, sometimes the writing's not necessary. You'll know the Sidemen ones don't really use writing in the thumbnails unless they're doing like the $10,000 challenge, or if there's an amount of money involved in it, they usually just have that somewhere in it. They don't usually have a lot of writing in it. I just tend to put writing in mine because you can kind of get two titles out of it. If you've got your normal title, then you can add another bit of writing into your thumbnail, which then gives a little bit more into the story before people click on your video. So I don't know whether I'm going to use the writing. What do you think? Would you comment below? Would you have writing in yours, or would you not? Or do you think it looks good as it is? I'm going to take it out for the time being. I'm just going to have a little bit more of a play. So the next thing I usually do, there's an effect on here called HDR, and you'll notice straight away how much it changes the look of it. So I've done that, and then you've got retouch, which is on the face and stuff like that, which makes things a little bit flatter and a bit less, it's a bit more cartoony like. Right, so we're getting somewhere. You can see it's kind of, it looks a bit mad because it's massive on this screen, but on YouTube when you're scrolling, you'll see it straight away, and it's getting a bit Sidemen-y in it now. I feel like it is. Like I said, there's all sorts you can do. You just need to play around and get how you feel. I like doing glitch effects me sometimes, but sometimes it doesn't work. Again, it all depends on the video that you're doing. This is just how I do it and how I'd approach the situation of creating this kind of thumbnail. So here's what we're looking like now. I think it looks quite good. I'm gonna have a little go with the text again, just to see what we can come up with. Is it the fonts are a very funny one. You need the right font to make something work. No, I think that, like, sometimes you don't need text, but that's the gist of it anyway. So there you have it. I'm going to leave it there. I think you're getting the idea of where I'm going with it anyway. I wouldn't say it's completely finished, but I think you know what to do. I could go into mega detail and make it really difficult by start adding glow onto the side of people and stuff like that. So use like the blue in the background, put a bit of a blue glow onto myself in KSI to make it look more of a one image rather than layered images, but you get what I'm trying to do. If you haven't got the iPad Pro, you can do this sort of thing on a phone, so give it a go. PixArt's free, Procreate's not free, but if YouTube is what you want to do, you need to spend a bit of time on it. Like I said, this is quite rushed really. I could have spent a lot more time, made it a lot smoother and stuff, but I just wanted to give you a little idea of what to do. So comment below, let us know if it helped you. If it didn't help you, tell me why it didn't help you, and if you want an in-depth one, the video would be a lot longer obviously. I could even do a live stream from start to finish of one. You comment below and let me know what you think. That's about it. Thanks for watching. Peace. Oh yeah, subscribe.